Hello, hello. This is the first of a possible series. What I think I'm gonna do is do multiple first episodes. Right now, doing a Road to Glory in Cverse 2020 is in contender. I'm pretty excited about this. Then secondary is like a local to global 97. Those are kind of the same deal almost. With this, I'm not attached to the company. So let's say another company that's like the next size up has available position. I can go to a promotion that's tiny. Then one's tiny, small, small, medium, medium, big, big, large, large, global. Now, the intention of that is so your user character gets different opportunities to develop and things like that. My user character, pretty basic. His name's Kurt Swanson. Looking to find his character. What I did, and I will put in below the link, is on Great Oak Software. You can do like a create a character and like have like it autofill the stats for you. Before you were limited to 750 points. And I swear I didn't make Menace 1 intentionally. I just made my guy look like a star, trainee, average skills, which was like the common on Road to Glory or not on the website, on the web Grey Dog Software forum, the Road to Glory website. So stats pretty good overall. The star quality has impressed me. I didn't do multiple roles. Maybe I should have recorded that, but Scout's honor. And my character is a white American in the Oceanic region. Specifically, we are in New South Wales under Down Under Wrestling. He is the booker for his company. There's a couple reasons why I chose this company or created this company in the region that I picked. I'll go over that after we go through the first episode to kind of show what the product is. The product is guerrilla warfare. Now, the reason I did guerrilla warfare, and we're going to look at that in the Oceanic region as well, it's different than other four companies in that area. All of them are popularity over performance, and there's a gap within that. Now, throughout this episode, we will go over the roster in a little bit detail and kind of go. I think that will show the product and why I chose the product specifically. I'll introduce some of the things I want to do at Road to Glory that might be different, and then I will go over our first episode. But let's go over the first episode, the first event. It's just basic. It's a basic event called Gouge Away. I didn't make that. I'm not good at logos, making it just too time consuming. Anybody who does that, bless your heart. Vortex, one of our workers here, is his avatar picture is custom made by IF Enroll, and it's on a Discord. It's really great stuff. But let's get to the episode. So the first event starts off with Amanda Guerrero defeating Quixie, and I'll show you guys their stats after. Now Quixie is a hyperactive annoyance. He's a small guy, motor mouth, that kind of a deal. Amanda Guerrero, Mexican Patriot gimmick. What that to me is kind of just like a foreign baby face who he's wearing a suit with like the Mexican flag. Um, Pretty generic um, gimmick. That's what this thing is we're not going to get overly in depth with gimmicks. We're going to try to build up the characters and see how they develop and turn from there. With this, as with being a Road to Glory, have a long time to grow with the characters, and with this area and with this group, I'm very confident in. One thing I do want to point out here is Amanda Guerrero made Quixie look particularly strong. I'm going to track the ratings of each performance, and in that way, at the end of the year, we could look and be like, okay, so Amanda Guerrero, he is outperforming anybody else at his level. Let's get behind him a little bit, so that rating will grow with the more popular he gets. Um, Gimmick changes, standard gimmick, nothing there, standard gimmick, nothing there. Um, so really, this is what you're looking for, is something not like this, but you'll see, of course, like someone has benefits or bonuses or detractors in regards to your gimmick. So next thing, use the superior kills to make Quixie look particularly strong, match was better as a result. That's good to hear that Amanda Guerrero had that ability. The second match was Vortex versus Jesse Tasman. Something within this region, most of the baby faces are just surfers. Jesse Tasman, Surfer Dude Lucas, Francis Burke all have a Surfer Dude gimmick. So we'll adjust to that. Within this match, Vortex defeated Jesse Tasman by swinging DDT, about a 50 rating to 39. Still nothing in regards to pros and cons, so I kind of can ignore that. And the dirt sheet, Jesse Tasman was inexperienced, and that's really it. Really good match rating. Pretty excited about that. Vortex is a character that I got attached to in a previous save that, before I was recording, and he turns into quite a stud after a couple years. So hopefully, Raw doesn't steal him from me, and if I stay with the company for a long term, he develops into the stud he is. Next thing is Vortex was forgotten, but he won't forget. The story of Vortex, that's like kind of a character building moment where he broke his arm or something, wasn't booked for years and years and years and months. This is his shot back at freedom, opportunity, where he's taking opportunity as company, and the company's not taking opportunity on him. It's actually a heel promo because he blames the fans, that kind of deal. Um, so this is like showing that and trying to get that character hold in there, get started with that. Next thing is the user character Kurt Swanson versus D-Pod. Now, Kurt Swanson, generic babyface, like I said, we're going to find his character over the course of the series. So I'm not going to come in hot and throw out the best stuff. He's going to be not pushed to the moon, but more or less, I'm probably just going to book him, book him, book him. Maybe he's a punching bag, maybe he's like a 50-50 kind of deal. And with this match, the intention was to calm the crowd down. After the Vortex match, I knew, okay, this crowd's going to be hot, so before our main event, bring them down a notch to then go in our main event. D-Pod, he's an absolute stud. Entertainment, we'll go over him a little more detail, but let's see if any gimmick changes. So before we go over D-Pod, so with my user character, gives a small penny microphone skill during angles. So that means when he has entertainment angles, microphone angles, that means because his generic babyface character, it's going to be dinged. D-Pod, wins and losses, greater impact and popularity changes normal. So if he win, he's going to get over. If he loses, he's not. Small penalty to charisma during matches and angles, which with him, that's pretty important, but not overly concerning because he has a bitload of charisma. So next thing is Quixie was seen flirting with women, careless about losing earlier. The user character Swanson feels insulted. Basically, Quixie lost, Kurt lost, so they're upset. Kurt's upset about losing. Quixie just doesn't care. Kind of offends Kurt. Maybe he slaps him, and that's going to build to the next show in February where they'll probably face off. Then following that, D-Pod's upset that he's not facing in the main event of Surfer Dude Lucas versus Blackwell Bush because they're determining the first ever heavyweight title. And again, 45 rating, pretty good considering he doesn't have any popularity, the company doesn't have any popularity, and it's really getting behind that character. Then in our main event, Surfer Dude Lucas defeated Blackwell Bush by pinfall at the spinning angled slam, and he wins the heavyweight title. Now again, Surfer Dude, wrestling machine, Blackwell Bush is an absolute machine in regards to his stats. So if you run any performance over pop stats, probably one of your day one pickups, that's a gem, Vortex as well. In regards to this, marketable gimmick will sell more merchandise than usual. So with us being a company, maybe we can start selling merchandise to then get Surfer Dude Lucas to give us that push. Blackwell Bush, effectively, if he doesn't lose the comedy bouts, he'll be fine. Given the product type, not going to overly concern myself with comedy stuff, but I think there's a place for that within the game. So within show 1, 53 rating, I think Vortex, Blackwell Bush, and Surfer Dude Lucas had the best performances, so that's who it does. This is a good way to build your character's connections and try to develop loyalty. Um, I just always go positive. I never go the negative route. I don't really see the point of it. Um, from our point, unless like you're trying to create that hostility for your own storytelling purposes. Here's Keen Owen showing while we load here, he is an absolute animal as well. 90 star quality, 96 sex appeal, pretty decent charisma, and pretty decent selling. So he hits a lot of the strong and pretty good athleticism. Hits a lot of the points of what we want to go over. But in regards to our company, as you can see, we're $40 in debt already. Um, but we're going to be gaining that popularity over time, and then hopefully 18 months from now we're gaining. So the reason I picked New South Wales is DIW, APW are in region. So my company DUW, if we get to small and we get to regional battles, then we can contribute towards that, and it's a little bit different within the Oceanic area. Speaking of that, we'll kind of show the other companies, and then we'll look at roster, and then we'll see what any feedback what you guys want, and if this is a possible series down the line. So if you look, PG rated sports entertainment, extreme hardcore. So far we have both ends of the spectrum. This is like a soap opera, so pretty much a little more adult oriented entertainment still, but nonetheless, as you can tell, the only thing that really has any sort of in-ring focus is almost this comic book luchador, but even with the comic book end, still kind of kid-friendly. So with Down Under Wrestling, I just picked that logo because it's sick. Um, Having that focus of in-ring ability was what brought me to the company. And that part of that is if you look over at Oceanic region, a lot of charisma vacuums who are absolute animals in the ring. He wasn't on this episode. Rob Edwards, well, I mean, pretty good stats there throughout. Quick C, not the best example. The examples you want to look for, Jess Tasman, his psychology isn't great, but reason I think of it, Blackwell Bush, I mean, look at these stats, absolute perfect, great psychology. A lot of different variety. You have Surfer Dude Lucas, who, if I were to talk him into gaining weight or getting ripped, star quality would go up. Same with Vortex, gaining weight, getting ripped. I think that will do a lot to him. But there is a lot of different guys here who sub like 30, 40 microphone, but absolutely great. Lucas Pobb, really good selling, which is important skill. Gareth Case looked pretty good mainline stats. Francis Burke talks about him. The Buchanan brothers, Edwin Velasquez. So I think there is a lot of potential here with like a PWG style company. And then if I were to stay with this company long term, it would turn in like an AEW, where I'd probably go like classic sports entertainment, but we have those characters and people who can go in the ring. So in regards to the specific points is Vortex, Surfer Dude Lucas. These are going to be my go-tos. These are maybe the guys I lean on for match ratings. Everybody else should be staying. Amanda Guerrero is acting as our road agent just because he's the best contender for that. Blackwell Bush is probably one of the top as well, considering how good his stats are. And D-Pod, like I said, absolute animal on the microphone. So if you're out looking at, but pretty poor star quality, so you kind of want to keep him where he's at. Unless like you don't really care about star quality and you want to talk him into gaining weight or things like that. Nonetheless, this is episode 1 of a possible series of Road to Glory. As you can see, we didn't gain a full popularity point for this region, for the region we had to show, and our ticket prices are free. So I'm probably gonna get in pretty decent debt. So hopefully either we go to a different company or we go to back to black pretty soon here. So let me know what you guys think of this, and if there's anything like any specific, if I should do this as a local to global, because I think there's potential there with that. Road to Glory. And if there's any other series, someone on Reddit suggested a New York City wrestling. Um, what's it called? Save. The thing with New York City wrestling, just like a US based indies, part of the reason I didn't go here, it's too easy just to sign everybody up. I mean, if you look at PSW, Nelson Callum, Ernest Youngman, um, you have Jake Idle, you have Jackpot Jordan, um, Coastal, I mean, Frankie Perez, Pablo Rodriguez, American Flash. So I think I wanted to go from the US and then return over time. So long term, we can aim to be one of the big three or go to PSW or CZW, CZCW to then grow those companies, something like that. But I'm interested to see how we can be different in the Oceanic region and grow that. So let me know what you're thinking, if this is something we should continue with, or if this is something kind of put this in the back burner and try out the other series um, that I'll probably be putting out tomorrow. So thank you. Let me know, and then look forward to continue doing this.